Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Thefrxion here today, and I am making the Wolf Tanks the best premium vehicles available in this game. So we'll cover the SU-122, the Low, the T-34, the Type 59, and if I can, I will also try to cover the IS-6 and some other premium tanks. But right now, I'm only going to cover the best. That's going to be the SU-122, the Low, T-34, and the Type 59. Um, so you will probably ask yourself, why do you call the SU-122, the Low, and T-34 the best premium tanks? Well, it's pretty simple. Every tank of these sorry, every premium tank here has its speciality, its pros and cons, and the most important, the money it makes or that doesn't make. I will start with the SU-122 because this is my favorite premium tank, even though it doesn't make the most money. And also this is a pretty nice garage skin I found on the internet. I will probably add a link to it. It's the tank just standing on a bridge, but I think it's pretty neat and I like it. So yeah, this tank. Let's start with the stats. It has 840 hit points. It's a tier 7 TD, and if you look to check other TDs, they have more hit points than the SU-122, like 830, 870, but it's not that crucial. It's in the standard or medium health point range. You can take like 2 shots, but you can't take too many shots because this tank loses HP fast, especially if you're playing against tier 9 tanks. It has a weight limit of 35 tons, which I think is pretty decent. It has 500 engine power, which is enough for this tank because it's really fast for a TD, and this is a really good tank for for flanking maneuvers, and it has a really good traverse speed, which is really important because you don't want to be flanked. And it has a whole armor, not the great, not the best, but you can bounce a lot of shells if you know how to play it. I have a gameplay video that I will show to you right away after I'm done with the stats. It does up to 488 damage. It has the same gun as like all the Russian tanks have. Like, wait, let me check here. The KB4 has the exact same gun here, D25T, but I have to say the SU-122 has a bit better penetration. Even though the stats don't show it, it has like the same penetration. Stats say it has the same penetration, but I think it feels like you have much better penetration. It has 7.5 rate of fire, 7.5 rounds per minute. That's amazing. And if you have, like me, vents and medium caliber gun rammer, you're gonna get up to 6.5 seconds a shot. That's amazing. It has amazing reload time, and it really does hurt if you hit enemy tanks, and you don't really get that much zero damage shots like you would get in other tanks in the Low or the T-34, which is really weird. The gun traverse speed is 26. It's okay, I guess. It has 330 meter view range, which is really bad for any tank, especially for a tier 7 tank. If you go compare it to the Tiger P, it has in a stock turret 370 view range. That's much better. But I would say in conclusion, this tank is really good, and it's my favorite TD because it's real fast. You can flank enemy tanks, and the gun is just has really nice penetration, and you can really destroy enemy tanks real fast. And yeah, the gameplay, I will show you the gameplay right now. Just close Wolf Tanks. So yeah, we're back to the gameplay now. This is just a real short gameplay of how this tanks how this tank um you know how it plays and how it fits into an attacker role and how you can really be really aggressive with this tank. You have to know this tank is about 6,750 50 gold. It costs 7,650 gold, I think. No, 6,750 gold exactly. It is pretty high value, I think, but it's totally worth it because it has a very sloped front armor, and if enemy tanks shoot at you from front, they most of the time hit your gun mantlet and they just knock out your gun. But that's not so bad because you can always repair it. And also it has a really low profile, so you can sneak around enemy territory really good. And that's what I really like about this tank. That you can just sneak around, that nobody really everybody thinks you're not a big threat, and they don't really look at you like that. And in that moment you can flank them and pretty much destroy them. And that's what I really like about this tank. Here you can see I'm very aggressive in this tank. I'm the first one in town, and I'm scooting around like there's no tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure that most of the enemy team is down at E6 and E5 because that's always like the position for all the heavy tanks. And right now I'm just kind of, setting up ambush over here so I can destroy any enemy tanks that will come from this direction. But there were no enemy tanks, and that was pretty good. So I just I'm trying to flank them, and right here I run into a T20. And right here you can see he just tracked me, and I did 300 damage, and I have a faster reload time than he has. And if you just wiggle a bit, right, like here, he will totally bounce. And just again, you can see how much damage I do, like, yeah. Well, he took out my gun, but I managed to kill him, and I repaired my gun. And this is why I like this tank, because I can always play aggressive, and if you just know how to wiggle, know how to, like, show your front so they will bounce, you will love this tank. And right here, this 69, he didn't even see me because I had such a low profile. And yeah, he hits me 2 times, but even with a damage gun you can still do pretty much damage. He hit me 2 times, and he hit my gun again. And right here, as you can see, he can't flank me because I've just way too fast rotation. And now he tries to flank me again, but my tank just rotates way too fast. And there you go. It's a combination of amazing reload time, accuracy, okay, not accuracy in this part, but traverse speed, that you can really destroy enemy tanks. And that's why many people call it's overpowered, and that's why it gets some special matchmaking, that you don't always end up in tier 7 battles. Like, you end up more in tier 8 and 9 battles. But you can still do a lot of damage, and it doesn't really have any problems with that. You only have to play careful with this tank, and just try your best to not get shot in the ass or get flanked, and you will just do great. This tank is a low profile, so you can always sneak around. Right here, I was just waiting for the reinforcements to come. I didn't want to storm in there because I don't have that much health points anymore, and that's probably the biggest down point or downfall to this tank. It doesn't have enough health points. But if you would add more health points to it, it will be probably OP, and that would be not good because this tank is already pretty OP with the reload time. And right here, I was getting a little bit antsy, and I was just yeah, driving in. I didn't really care. Even with a damaged gun, you could still snipe, because if you play this tank, you know that this gun isn't the real most accurate one. So you will learn how to shoot with a damaged gun, and it pretty much it does work. And right here, just stand with the T26 bursting. And because of the low profile, you can always hide behind like stuff like this, and don't have to worry about already fire that much. Yeah. Well, I didn't manage to hit that one, but it was a pretty good game after all. I did 3,000 damage. I lost the majority of my health points, but I managed to recover and do much damage to them. And that was pretty much because they didn't really support their flanks or do anything to stop us from flanking. And that was the downfall of the enemy team, and that's why this tank is so great, because you can flank. So this was it. This is why this is one of the best premium tanks. I hope you liked it, and I will see you for the next premium tank update.